Good evening, everyone. So, in previous session, we have completed our Python. Okay, and I hope you are going through the recordings, you are going through the notes. Otherwise, you won't be able to understand Django. Okay, so this is my humble request to each and every one here. Please go through function concept and as well as the object oriented concept properly. Okay, because the rest of the thing we are going to see, we are going to see couple of things from function orientations and object orientations. Okay, function oriented programming and object oriented programming. So you must have at least 70-80% of knowledge in on both of this. Okay, then only you can understand what is going through. Okay, and the next thing, it is going to be around 1.5 2 month course again, Django. Okay, I will try to complete it as soon as possible, but as if it takes time as well, no need to worry, just be patient and follow things, okay, whatever we are going through. And again, in this class also, I want each and everyone to be concentrated on the topic itself, on the board itself, LED. Okay, do not do any unnecessary thing. Do not distract yourself. Only thing here requires is concentration. Okay, and the next thing that from tomorrow onwards, not 4 to 5 to 6, 3:40 to 4:40. Okay, timing would be the same. Okay, जाओ जिम जितना जाना है घूमो. हाँ, timing would be same, 3:40 to 4:40. Okay, and second thing, that each and everyone should bring your laptop every day. Okay, each and everyone should bring your, and for online also, whoever so are getting any type of queries, you have the mentor number. Okay, you just go through the mentor. If he is also not able to resolve the issue, then you come to me. Okay, contact me, and for offline you come to me, no issues. For Django, at least for a few days you come to me, do not go to mentor. Okay, if possible you come to me, I will resolve the equation, whatever the question you have. Okay, and yes, I'm expecting you guys just be consistent in the class, do not fall behind and do not lag, do not miss any session from now onwards. Okay, because importantly, whatever we have seen in Python, that is just the part of the Django. So as you take all the things together, then only you can create any application, right? So you have to have a good knowledge in backend, you have to have a good knowledge in framework, as well as you should also have good knowledge in front end part as well. So I just wanted to know how many of the portion you have completed from front end. CSS completed, it's running. Okay, HTML completed properly. Now how many of you have, at least you have created one or two website, simple also? Have you created simple website? Have you gone through the form concept? Have you gone through the table concept? Everything you have gone through? Okay, good. So I hope you have a good knowledge in HTML, as well as we go on, we will see CSS as well. But mostly we are going to see the concept of Django, not too much of CSS, not too much of JavaScript. Okay, you have already see, I'll be providing you projects in every 20 to 30 days, not 20 days, 15 days. I will provide one project to you. We will start with the basic project, then we will go for the advanced project. Okay, I am not going to explain you anything over there. That is, I wanted to clear here. Okay, I'm not going to explain you anything. I'm going to explain you the concept of Django here. You only have to examine it, go through the project, whatever see, source code will be with you, everything I will provide you, but one day I will take just from you guys to understand whether you are understanding the project or not. So I will speak on that also. So everyone must have to go through the project, and then we will move to the next thing. Understood? So it is going to be a ladder for you. One by one step you have to move forward, and parallelly. That is one thing. That's why I told you, bring your laptop daily. See, this particular month, I'll be free 3:40 to 4:40, and 4:40 to 6 I'll be free. So what you have to do meanwhile, whatever the topics question you get, whatever the query you get, immediately you come to me and ask me. I'll be here. I'll be explaining each and everything properly. Okay. So utilize this time when I am free. Utilize this and make most out of this. Okay, fine. So shall we start Django class? Okay. So we'll start with the framework. As Django is one of the framework, everyone knows. Okay, what is the requirement and what is the need of this framework here? Okay, basically, framework is nothing but a conceptual structure. Conceptual structure is nothing but whatever you think about. Okay, for example, let's say you are playing cricket, right? You play cricket daily, but before that you have to think about it, and you make a particular timing for it. Okay, so every day you get together, all the friends get together, and then you play cricket, right? Or suddenly you, without calling anyone or without just making any decision, you go there and you will meet. No, right? You have to contact each and everyone, all the 22 players, isn't it? Then only you will go there and you will play. That means what I'm trying to say, you have to pre-plan it, isn't it? You have to pre-plan it. Only then only you can go and play the cricket. Otherwise what will happen, one will come 10 a.m., one will come 11 a.m., one will come 12 a.m. Likewise, nothing can be happen, no play happen. Okay, so why I have told this, because framework is also kind of the same thing. We need to pre-plan it. Now what is pre-planned? I wouldn't say pre-planned. We are going to use a conceptual structure, okay, which is already present. Only what we have to do, we need to execute it, we need to modify it. Okay, now what is this? I'll explain you. Check it. What is framework? So a framework is a set of conceptual structure and guidelines. So for guidelines, you say tomorrow 9 p.m. you have to be in the ground, other online guys. Guys, am I audible to everyone? Online, everyone, am I audible? Okay, fine. So the same thing, guideline we have to give. We need to think prior only. Okay, otherwise we can't go further, isn't it? Clear it is. Same thing. Have you heard about khichdi? Have you heard about the food khichdi? Okay, it's an bachelor food, I can say. Okay, when we used to study, we used to make so many times khichdi because it is the easiest food we can make, isn't it? Have you ever tasted? Okay. Khichdi is one of the food. It doesn't require so much resource and it doesn't require so much time as well. But even though, if it does not take much time, why it is coming like that? Even though if it does not require so much time, we need to rethink about it. So let's say you are a bachelor, okay? Now every day you are thinking like, I need to study. For that I need to make some. So for that, what you will do, you will reduce the time of making food. How? You think like I will daily prepare the khichdi itself. Okay, so that khichdi will take less time, isn't it? Now if it is taking less time, your study time will get increased. Okay, now daily you are following the same thing, daily you are making khichdi, right? Now the thing is, every day will you get the same taste? Will you get the same taste? No, right? You won't get the same taste. Why? Because daily you are using different ingredients, or I can say different quantity, isn't it? But what if I say, let's say that there is a khichdi, okay? Now for that we need rice, we need pearls, okay, we need potato, cauliflower, salt, turmeric and chili. You have decided all these things. Once we get all these things, then only I can create make a khichdi. Okay, now you think about it. You won't get, if you use these kind of thing daily, if you use this, you won't get the same taste. Potato and pearls, rice, cauliflower, salt, turmeric, chili, you never get the same taste. You never get the same taste, isn't it? Why? Because as you know the ingredients, even though you know the ingredient, despite of knowing all these things, you are not following the same things, same quantity, you can say. For that, you what you will do, you will make a chart of this. Okay, how to do that? You will just make a chart of this. You will prepare a cooker, okay, and you will start preparing the chart. Every day I need to go for 2 bowl of rice. Next I will go for 1 bowl of, okay, two potato I need to take. Every day you are going to take 4 cauliflower, 1 spoon salt, half a spoon turmeric, and 1 spoon chili powder. Okay, don't you think it is more sounds like home science? We are learning home science, isn't it? So now you have the structure. Okay, you have the structure. Prior you didn't have the structure. Now you have the structure. That means what? Now every day you are going to follow the same thing, and there is a 99.9% probability that daily you will get the same taste, isn't it? That means rather than following all this thing, rather than following and making this khichdi making complicated, what you will do, you will just follow the this scenario. Now you have pre-planned everything. That is why we call it as conceptual structure. You have already created a conceptual structure here, and there is a guideline of bowl, 1 bowl of pearls, two, and all these things. Understood? Clear it is. Same thing you are going to follow every day, and every day you will be getting the same thing. Now, let me give you one more example with this. Okay. Now you go for it. You know how to when you build a house for you, okay, your own house, what do you do? Check it. To build your house, you would have to go for lay down the foundation. You need to buy the land. Okay, you need to lay down the foundation. Then you have to go for the construct the walls, set up the plumbing, electrical system, paint and furnishing, and okay, paint and furnishing. Up to this, you understand? This is you are making your house, your own house. Okay, for this, how many, for you max to max, how many days it will require? How many year you say? 1.5 year, 2 years? Okay, because you want to create it, you want to build your house in a proper way. So max to max 1.5, 2 years it is required, isn't it? Now tell me, what should be the alternative way to get the house in 1 or 2 days? Buy it, isn't it? Now same process, whatever you are seeing, this process is similar to build a software application from the scratch. Not to do all these stuffs, go for what? Apartment house, you know, right? Just buy a apartment house. You don't have to lay the foundation. You don't have to construct the wall. You don't have to set up the plumbing, electrical system, paint and furnish it. Only what you have to do, get inside it. Isn't it? Get inside this, and however, whatever modification you want to do it over there. Now this house is yours. This apartment house is yours. Now tell me which one is quite simple to do. Obviously, creating the application from the scratch, or already it is present, only we need to modify something. Which one is good? The application which need only modification. Isn't it? Same thing happens for our framework as well. Understood? Now, if someone asks you what is framework, framework is nothing but a conceptual structure or a guideline, you can say. Now you can see laying foundation, constructing wall, this, taking 2 years. This taking how many years? 1 or 2 days. 1 or 2 days. That's it. Because everything is already present. Your furnitures, your proper walls, everything is there. Ceiling, fans, everything. Only modification is required. However you want, you just go and modify it. That is the framework. Understood? Everything is there. Pre-written code, we can say. Okay. Django developer already wrote the code in Python programming language. Okay. Now we need to keep all those in our application, all those are in our project, and utilize it. That's it. You need to modify it. Understood? Simple. Now also I can show you. If I go to, let's see, one of my project, I will use it. Okay. Let's go for it. I'm not going to explain you how to do this, because if I tell you now, you will get confused. Okay. Let's go for it. Okay. Go for VS Code. And let's now only I will create one folder for you guys. Now I'll show you what is the conceptual structure I'm talking about. Okay. So let's create here itself. So simply I'll tell you how to create it. Not now. I will explain you in more detail about it. Just for an example, I will be telling you. Just here, universally, I'll be creating this. Okay. So Django, there is a command called Django -admin start project, and I would say my project, or let's say not, no need to take this project one. I will take project one. Okay. Project one I am taking. Now in this, once I click this, immediately there is a project it is going to create in my Django. Understood? Clear it is? Now if you check this, see init.py, asgi.py, setting.py, urls.py, wsgi.py. Did I create this? Who has created it? Developers, Django developers. Already they have kept all these files inside of my project. Once I click this, if you check, some codes has been written here. Okay, if I click this, some code has been written here. If you check, now if I click to app setting.py, some codes are written here. Similarly, when I click to manage.py, some codes are written here. Did I write it? No, only I have created the project. When you run this, now without using anything, I can run it. Python manage.py run server. Okay, you are running. Okay, wait. Let me come inside this. Cd. What is the name? Project one. and you go for py manage.py run server. Okay, you just go for it. Immediately once I run the server, there is DB SQLite has been created. Did I create it? No. Everything pre-built server is also there. I haven't defined or I haven't created any server. Pre-built it is. Okay. Just need to click it. Once you click it, you'll be finding now what it is saying. The install worked successfully and congratulations it is saying. That means I have installed the Django here. Understood? So if I go for something like, if you go for admin, you will find the admin page here. Okay, actually it is not running. We need to migrate it and then it is going to run it. Understood? Is it clear? Now who is creating this? I'm not creating anything here. Already it is pre-written code is there. That means there is a structure. Structure is already present. Only thing what I need to do, whatever the web application I'm creating, I can modify it from the Django itself. Understood? Isn't it quite effective while creating applications? You do not have to recreate all those things. You do not have to create from the scratch in the sense from the beginning. You do not have to recreate it, isn't it? So this is how the framework works, and this is only not about the Django framework. All other framework also does the same. So I hope you understood this concept. Okay. Now a framework may include predefined classes and what? That's why I'm telling you, keep telling you guys, just go through classes and function concept. Okay. So now tell me, Santosh, what is function? Block of code. Okay. Rahul, block of code. What is the meaning of block of code? Uh-huh. Suppose that I am an interviewer and I have asked you this question. How would you answer this? I have just asked what is function. I don't want to know about types and other things. Hmm. Rohit, same copy paste. Tell me, Shravan, not same. Tell me proper answer. How did you get to know about this block of code? My if else condition is also block of code, isn't it? For loop is also a block of code. So what is the difference between if else condition and function? Yes, online. Karthik. When I have told you all these things, tell me. Bindu. That's what I wanted to know. Function is what? Sub program of the main program. That is what I just wanted to know. What is the purpose of it? Code reusability. Reusing the code. If you say code reusability also, I would be happy. A function is a block of organized. Okay. Ah, we can reuse the function any number of time. Okay, Shahrukh, you should have a proper answer for this. Okay, if you say this in front of an interviewer, they may think like an you are a beginner. Okay, you should not make them feel like a beginner, right? A function is a block of organized reusable code that perform a single specific task. That is also good. See, I haven't told you about this, right? I haven't told you that just follow my notes only. But at least it should be relevant to a perfect topic, right? You have to create your own theory, but it should relate to the whatever I have told you, whatever I have taught you. Okay, you should not just you can't fire the gun in the air unnecessarily, right? Hmm. So that is one thing. And so it is a predefined class, may include what predefined classes and functions that can be used to process input, manage hardware devices, and interact with the system software. Whatever we give, see, they, if you have noticed here, there is a manage.py, and what I have written here, py. If you check this, I have written here itself, py manage.py. So there is a particular file called manage.py, and to run any file, Python file also, we write the same thing, isn't it? Now to start the server, I have taken a command called run server, which is pre-built. Already it is present, okay? Now we need to process it. Whatever the input we are giving, we need to process it. How we are going to process? With the help of our framework itself. Okay? Manage the hardware devices, how the device is working, okay, and interact with the system software, that we'll see one by one later on. The purpose of framework is to allow developers to focus on building a unique features for their projects rather than writing the code from the scratch. I hope this is clear for you. Any doubt? Karthik? No? Shravan? So should I ask question now? What is framework? In simple way, you tell me. Damodar. Hmm. Yes. Are you guys here? Present? Or mind is somewhere else? See, I think the issue is with your explanation. I know all you guys are getting it, but you can't be able to express it. The perfect word, the perfect explanation, you don't know. Isn't it? Am I right? For Python also? Same thing? Are yes or no, Baba? Huh. So what we can do for this? Give me a suggestion. So daily I will make you remember about this. What to do? Sandhya, go for it. What should we do to improve this communication? Okay, by communicating well, can we answer? Okay, Anusha, right? Varshita, sorry. What do you think? Why we are lagging like this? Communication issue. दामोदर आप मेरे से अच्छे से हिंदी में कम्युनिकेट कर लेते हो. ही कैन कम्युनिकेट विथ मी प्रॉपरली इन हिंदी. हिंदी में बोलो क्या देखे अपन. हाँ. Yeah. देखो खिचड़ी का, see the खिचड़ी example you can't say in interview. Will you say? Will you say? Then it's it's not communication. Trust me. It's concentration. Okay. This is quite funny that people think like communicating well would get you a job. Yes, that would also one thing. But consistency, concentration, patience, everything is required here. Now tell me, Muhammad Siraj is not at all good in communication. You know Muhammad Siraj? Everyone knows? You don't know? He's an Indian cricketer. He went to Australia as well, three times, two times, sorry. Okay? Don't even know how to speak English. And he's sledging over there with every Australian player. How? He's sledging, everyone saw? He keeps sledging with head and so many players, isn't it? How? Huh? Expression. That's what. He's expressing himself, not communicating. If he communicates, they won't be able to understand. Okay. So do not think like communication is the barrier here. First of all, I don't know Telugu, still I am able to talk to you guys because I am expressing myself here. Okay. Communication, that is one positive thing for you. Okay. To make your career, but everything is not communication. Your knowledge works. Your knowledge does matter here. Okay. So, and also grab it as quick as you can. Immediately I have told you this, that if you lay down the foundations, if you go for construction, if you go for it electrical system, paint and furnish, that means what? You do not have to write the code again and again. You do not have to restart your code writing from the scratch. You do not have to do it, right? There is a pre-written code already present in the Django system. Okay, or Python itself, you can say. What you have to do, only use those sources in your application, that's it. And modification you can do. If you explain like this also, the interviewer will get convinced easily. Interviewer wants only your presence of mind. However I ask question, the other person should be able to answer spontaneity. Okay, if I ask what is framework, framework is a conceptual structure and a guidelines. If he asks what is conceptual structure, then you explain in your own way. Give so many examples. Okay, this is how it is going to work, guys. Practical is also important. Equally, theoretical part is also important. Okay, because if you don't know theoretical and only if you know practical, you can't crack it. If you only know practical, theoretical, and if you don't know practical, that is also one of the thing you can't do it. Okay, so both equally you have to manage here. Got it? So one more time, go ahead. What is this? A framework is a set of conceptual structure. Conceptual, you think of what, it is not a hard word. Conceptual means concept. Okay, concept. Everyone knows concept. Behind everything there is a concept. You are coming behind this. What is the concept? For learning, not purpose. I'm not talking about the purpose. Concept. Okay. Now you are playing cricket. There is a concept. Concept of what? How to play it. Bowler bowls the ball, and then you bat it. Isn't it? You play it. Fielder, fielding. Keeper, keeping. Umpire, umpiring. So concept is there. For each and everything there is a concept. So that is what the structure it is talking about. Conceptual structure. Okay, already. This is not a conceptual structure. This is a conceptual structure. Guidelines, rules. Okay, used to build something useful. Now something useful in the sense, obviously it is going to be your application. Okay, when you play good, when you feel good, when you bat good, when you bowl good, what will happen? Your team will get, your team will win, isn't it? So there is a output you are going to get. Same thing, when you follow conceptual structure and guidelines, everything. See, in IPL also there is a fair play award. Why do they give fair play award? Who plays fair play, who play the sport like in fair way, they will give a award to them. Okay, so they are following the guidelines. Whatever the guideline they have been introduced, they have been kept over there, and they are following those guidelines. That's why they are getting a fair play award. Understood? Clear it is. That is what we have to follow it. Conceptual structure, the structure already it is there. Concept wise structure already it is there. Now try to understand it. For each thing there is something. For drink water there is bottle or glass. Okay, to wear we have t-shirt, shirt, pant, everything, isn't it? So for everything there is something. Okay, so whatever we have here, if you see, so many structures are there, and everything has its own purpose. These are the concepts we have. The structure already which has been made to our Django, and this structure we are gonna use it. Understood? That is the conceptual structure meaning. Guideline is nothing but rules. Follow the rules and follow this structure. You will be getting into the Django itself. Understood? Clear it is? Little bit understanding? Yes or no? Huh. So the purpose of framework is to allow developer to focus on building a unique feature for their project rather than writing code from the scratch. Why to use framework? Because it is a collection of tools. So many things we are going to see in framework. Okay, as Python is also a collection of modules. With the modules we can reduce our block of code. Do not have to write it again and again in our different programs as well, isn't it? Okay, next is no need to restart from the scratch. That means we do not have to write the code again and again, that too from the beginning. We don't have to do it. What we have to do, only we need to use the framework already present for the application, right? Save time. Obviously it saves time because pre-written code is there. Only time it is going to take is for modification. Understood? Improve productivity. Obviously when we are saving time, it will improve productivity as well. When we take less resources, it will improve productivity. Understood? Clear it is? Clean code. As Python is one of the easiest language, framework is also one of the easiest framework we have. Understood? Okay, easily you will be able to understand everything because already we have gone through Python, right? Reusable code, that means a code which has been written already, we can reuse it multiple times. It could be in the form of function, it could be in the form of classes as well. Understood? Clear it is? And testing, obviously for creation of an application, testing is required. Okay, so here testing would be one of the easiest I can say approach for testing any application. Debugging, there are two terms, testing and debugging. Okay, so we can do debugging as well, finding of the errors. Understood? Finding of the errors, it's quite easy here. Let me tell you, simple it is. Wherever you are making mistake, immediately it can show you on the console, and in a proper way, because we are following what type of language? Easiest language. Python is one of the easiest language. One by one interpretation. What is interpretation? Line by line. That means Python compiler does what? Check for the error line by line. Okay, so same thing we are going to see in our Django as well. because Django is written in Python only. Understood? That's it. So here first thing we have completed. Did you understand so far whatever we have seen? Understood everything? Quite easy it is. Do not worry about it. Okay? Easy only. Now, what is web framework? What is web framework? Framework could be for our different application. Okay? Now, what is web framework? First, a web framework or web application framework which helps to build web application. That's it. Okay? And you can say, see, normally also we can create our web application without using framework. But would it be efficient? Would it be efficient? No. It is less efficient because again for every modules, for everything we need to write the code. Would you prefer to write the code rather than using framework? No. Are you getting it? Okay. A framework, web framework provide tools and libraries to simplify common web development operation. This can include web services, APIs, and other resources. These kind of thing you will understand later on. Okay, so this can include web services like services of the web, okay, APIs, okay, and the other resources as well. A web framework helps with a variety of tasks from templating, database access to session management and code reuse. Now what is templating? Database templating is nothing but your front end part, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all these things. Database obviously your models. Okay, and more than 80% of all web framework rely on the model view controller architecture. Not now. Basically, it is the survey of before the time, like before COVID. You can say this is from that particular survey, right? Nowadays, mostly we are switching to MVT pattern. This is MVC pattern, model view controller, and Django works on MVT pattern, model view template. Understood? We will see later on. Some web frameworks we have like Laravel, PHP framework it is. Code Igniter also PHP, Zend is also. Django is one of the framework for Python. Spring, Java. Okay. Likewise, this we have some frameworks I have mentioned here. Okay. So this is what second thing. What is MVT here? Okay. Model view template. Now see, three different words we have. It is not the same word. Three different words we have: model, view, and template. Day by day, once we go on, we are going to work with view, we are going to work with template, we are going to work with model as well. But before that, we need to understand what actually it is. Okay, and this is your task. I'll be giving you this assignment to you. Today you go home and find out what is the difference between MVT and MVC. Write it down. This is your assignment for tomorrow. What is the difference between MVC and MVT? Once I will explain you MVT, you will easily be able to understand what is MVC as well. But you have to MVC, model view controller, and Django is what? It works on model view template approach. Okay. Now what it is? The MVT is an design pattern. Is it visible to everyone? The MVT is an design pattern that separates an application into three main logical components: model, view, template. Model works for database. View works for your business logic. Okay, whatever the logic you want to add or whatever the modification you want to do, you can do here, right? Template is nothing but your front end part. Okay, each of these component has their own role in a project. What is model? The model responsible to handle what? Database. Understood? Okay, It is a data access layer which handles the data. Okay, something like this. We have seen so many times different relation between the tables. That is why we call it as RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Okay, so this is how each and every data is being connected to others. View, the user can send request. I'll be explaining in more detail about this. Okay, the user can send request by interacting with the template. The view handles these requests and send to model, then get appropriate response from the model, send response to the template. How it is going to see, simple, in simple way I'll tell you. You have created an application. Okay, to run the application, as you are using framework, to use those application or link your application to the framework, you will use the view. Basically what you are going to do here, you are going to write the business logic here. Okay, business logic to communicate with model to template. Basically you can consider this view as a mediator. Understood? Now I want to convey message to Santosh, but I don't have direct contact. What I will do, I will call to Damodar. Damodar, just go call Santosh. Santosh will say I'm busy, so he will again come to me, sir, he is busy. I will say no, he is to come. So that is what, again and again I'm following whom? Damodar. Damodar is following whom? Santosh. Santosh again is following. So there is a mediator. View is kind of a mediator for it. Understood? It may also have required logics. It works as a mediator between templates and model. Did you understand? Clear it is? Okay. Like, okay. Unnecessary. I have taken this photo. Okay. There is no need of this, but still I have taken. It represents how data should be template. It represents how data should be presented to the application user. User can read or write the data from the template. Now let's say you have created an application. There you want your application to get the data from the user. Okay, let's say you have created a form. There you have taken name, age, gender, mail ID and so many things. Then after all you have given a submit button. First, once the user takes all the input or fill all the inputs, once he click on the send button, all the data should go to whom? View, it is a mediator. View will get the data and will send to whom? Model. So model is one thing you have to understand. Model is something where we are storing all the data. Model is what? Database. So template is nothing but it is just a UI, user interface you can say, where user are interacting with it, writing anything, giving the input to the application. Application will come to that particular data will come to the viewpoint. Viewpoint again will give it to whom? See, there is an interaction between template to view, view to model, then model to view, view to template. Cycle it is. Okay, how? Basically it is responsible for showing end user content. We can say it is user interface. Understood? Clear it is? It may consist of HTML, CSS, JavaScript mixed with Django template language. I will explain it. It will take 2 days, 3 days to complete Django template language. 2 days I would say. Okay, the most important, we have Django template language. Then only you can understand Django here, template here. Okay, this is how something you can consider as one of the page. Clear it is? How does it work? See, there, let's say there is a user. Okay, there is a user and he wants to interact with the interface, right? So for that, what he will do, he will route it. Route means it is, he is giving the input, then this input will come to view. Understood? this view will work with together with whom? Model. It will send the data, whatever the routing data user has sent. This will get into models. Models then will fetch the data from where? Database. Whatever the database we have present, it is going to fetch it from there. Then as his routing, he want his data output as well, isn't it? For example, let's say you are filling the form. You are filling the form, and once you click to the submit button, you also have to you should get to know about whether my form is submitted or not, isn't it? So for that, what will happen? First, routing means come to view. View then send it to the model. Model will submit the data in the database. Then again, the process will come back to view. And it is a responsibility of view to go into what? Template, to show that your submission is successful. Then again, it is going to come to what? User. This is the hierarchy. Don't you think it is a cycle? It is routing first, coming to view, then view go to model. Model it will submit or retrieve the data. Either it will submit or retrieve the data from the database, come back to the view, then it will go for template. Either it will show the data whatever you want to retrieve, or else it will show submission, or whatever it is, successful message you can say. Understood? Same thing you can consider. Now what model does? Insert, update, database. Communicate with what? View. And what template does? It is a user interface. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all the things. And get data from the view. That's why it is known as a mediator. And what is view? Service side logic. Whatever the logic you want to add, you can add it here. Clear it is? Okay. Process get post. This you won't understand here, but if you go to internet and if you search what is the difference between get and post, you will little bit you will understand. Okay. And then get data from the user, that means input, and get data from the model, retrieving. Understood? Taking the data from template, from the user through template to view, or else get data from model means getting the data from the model to template to the user. Is it clear? Confusion? Pakka? Anyone? Online guys? Do you have any confusion? Okay. And pass data to template. That's what I have told you. Clear? Same thing you can see something like this. URL, it is the user is rendering the URL, then after rendering it is coming to view. View then fetch the data from the model, then model will give data back to view, and then both will come to template. That means incoming, outgoing. Okay, incoming, outgoing. That's it. Understood? Clear it is? Why use MVT? Model, view, template. Organized code, indented block. Organized code in the sense proper structure. Okay, easily understandable. And second is what? Indented block. Python uses what? Indentations. Proper structure it is there. No curly braces, nothing unnecessary stuff. Right? So it would be easy for a beginner also to understand it. But yes, for learning Django, Python is required. HTML, CSS, JavaScript is required. Bootstrap, if you have, that would be advantage. Database is required. So I hope you have knowledge of these things. Database, you have knowledge. You have already gone through the database. You are in front end part. Fair enough. We will go through it. Okay. Then reduce the complexity of the web application. Okay, it reduces the complexity of the web application. In a simple way, to create a simple, I would say, form, let's say form. Okay, you are creating a HTML form. So tell me any guesses, just you give, take a guess. Okay, tell me, for a creation of a simple form, HTML form, how many line of HTML code is required? 5 line? Only 5 line? Let's say you have given 10 fields, so how many of that required? 10 fields with different modifications, like you can say 20 line of HTML code, isn't it? Same thing we will do with 10 line only. Okay, how effective and efficient it is. Okay, so later on we will see that is what it reduces the complexity of the web application. Rather than writing the code of HTML, okay, you directly go for our form dot or whatever the Python file you want to create. Just use the Django, that's it. Okay, easy to maintain. Obviously Python is quite easy to manage, so this is also going to be easy for maintaining it. Okay, easy to modify, and this is the basic structure what we have. I have taken project 3, one of the project name we have taken, and in this particular case I have taken two different application. Project is different thing, application is different thing. Okay, so this is how it is going to look. Do not get confused by seeing this. Okay, I will explain you how to use all these things, what all these things are. Understood? So we'll stop it here. Okay, tomorrow I'll be explaining you introduction to Django and what is the requirement of Django and how you can use the Django. Clear it is? So did you understand? Have any doubt? Guys, do you have any doubt? Shall we move? R3. Yes, Rohit. So this is for Django. Okay. Um, Priya. Dhanapriya.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Dhanapriya, but you are from classroom, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you won't get that attendance. Karthik. Rahul. I need to see this once. Santosh. Akhila. Sorry, Akhil. Akhil. Classroom. Yes. Vamsi.
Then, sir.
Vamsi. No, you are also classroom.
Sir, I taken online, sir. From
No,
I
no,
asked
no,
sir
no, no,
also,
no.
sir. It's 2 months, sir. I
Who?
am attending online.
Which sir?
Sir, I will tell you.
Which sir? Tell me.
I will tell sir's number, sir, personally to you.
No, 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 no. You do one thing. You just speak to HR team. Okay, then only you tell me whatever. Okay.
Ah, okay, sir. Okay.
Ah. Yes. Nikhil.
Present,
Nagendra
sir.
Raghav.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Online. Raju. Hanumesh. Hanumesh is core in advance. Okay, fine. So Kirti. Shravan. Sai Krishna. Teja.
Yes, sir.
Teja is
Sai
there?
Krishna Prayam.
No, Sai Krishna, you are also online, right? Teja is classroom. Okay, he's not there. Dharni is, she is also not there. Anusha is there? No. William? No. Arvind Sai? No. Ishwar? Dinesh? Dinesh is there? Okay, fine. Yashwant? Yashwant is not there. Shriram?
Present, sir.
No, you are
So Tej
classroom,
for me.
right?
I have an RRB
Teja Sharma,
exam
you
there.
are all.
I
No,
am
you have to
hometown.
take the permission. No, 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 no. You have to take the permission from HR team. Okay. You take
Okay,
the
sir.
permission and let me know.
Okay, sir.
Teja Sharma is there.
Sir, present sir.
Because but you are also not attending offline, right?
Yes sir. Because my
You take the
grandpa is
permission.
expelled, sir.
That is
So
fine,
I'm
Teja
in
Sharma.
hometown.
You just inform to HR team. Okay, and let me know.
Okay sir. Okay sir. Okay sir.
Shankar.
Thank you.
Shankar is there. Classroom. Sandhya. Okay, Sandhya is there. Vivek. Vivek. Bindupriya. Bindupriya, you're online. I've enrolled for online. Karthik. Sai Karthik. Shruti. Shahrukh. Shahrukh, you also for offline, right?
I'm for online, sir.
No, but here they have given classroom, na?
I'll talk to them, sir. There has been something wrong,
Fine.
so I will discuss with them and let you know, sir, tomorrow.
Okay. Akhil.
Yes, sir.
Classroom, Akhil. Come classroom, then I'll give you. Naresh.
Okay, sir.
Classroom.
Present sir.
Pradeep. No, no. Pradeep. Classroom. Nagendra. Okay. दामोदर आपको तो दूंगा ही. गायत्री ऑनलाइन. गायत्री. सात्विका classroom. She came only one day and got
Sir,
disappeared.
currently I'm staying at home. As I was in Hyderabad, I came, sir.
Sorry.
As I was in Hyderabad, I just came for one day, sir, for online.
Oh, wow. That was like once in a blue moon, right?
No, sir, not like that.
Then you have enrolled for classroom, na? So you come to
No,
classroom.
sir. No, sir, I have enrolled for online.
Okay, let me check. I'll give it to you now. But let me check. I will just remove this if it is false. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Shivakumar, Bhargavi. It takes more time. Bhargavi, core and advanced, core and advanced. Yes. Praveen, P. Praveen, P. Praveen. Sairam, Kaveri, Sri Harsha, Jyoti. Jyoti is also classroom. Geeta Sai, it's not given. Sirisha, not given. Ganesh, Sai Tarun, Varshita, Praveen, all these are Praveen here. Hmm. Acha, where you were? And Praveen is there, right? Nagendra, Srilata.
Sir,
Srilata is
I
also.
already informed ma'am, HR ma'am.
About,
Sir,
about,
RRB exam for me.
okay, you have already informed.
Yes, sir. You can ask. No problem.
Srilata, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tony Matthews. But I will
Yes, sir.
recheck it, okay? If it is false, I will change it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Tony Matthews, classroom.
Yes, sir.
Come. Naveen, classroom. Manikumar, classroom. Bharat. Bharat. Classroom only, right? Akash, classroom. Vinod Kumar. Okay, fine. Thank you so much, guys.